of you will remember several months ago when Margaret and I, Kurt, were over at Weipa, up on our Cape York adventure. We crossed the country's longest single lane bridge in Australia, and it was 1.1 kilometres long. We're about mid New South Wales on the east coast, and in a couple of kilometres we're going to cross Australia's largest bridge at 3.5 kilometres long. It's called Macleay, and it costs the government, or the general public if you like, taxpayers, $618 million. It was opened in 2013, and yeah, Australia's longest bridge. You're all about to see it. So many of these nets in this area for the wildlife to cross the road above the highway. You know, possums and koalas, etc. You never see them dead on the road up here. They always, a lot of them are using those nets to actually cross the highway. We've just pulled up to see if old mate's all right.
No worries.
Appreciate that.
You're all good, brother?
Yeah, bro, I'm good, thank you.
Macleay Bridge, this is her, 3.5 k's long, $618 million later. You can see it's all floodland through here. That's why the bridge is so long. Well, there it is, the longest bridge in the country. heartbeat of the country, the truck drivers. There's stacks off truck exhaust stacks. G'day, g'day, and how you going? Just say g'day, 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 and you'll be right. Just say g'day, show us your style, mate.
How you going?
Just say g'day, 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 g'day. Kurt thinks we're mad. Oh, Slim Dusty had a lot of respect for the truckies. Have you had your yum-yums? Curdy, you had your dinner, haven't you? What are we having, darling?
We are having veggies and Scotch fillet.
Oh, did you get your Scotch fillet or did you have I fillet tonight, Mister? Wow, hey, this place is just another wow factor. The East Coast beaches are definitely a little bit different, perhaps better than Western Australia. They're absolutely beautiful. You would have just seen that one. That's just another one. You know, there's been 20 different beaches in the last week that pretty much blow my mind. They're gorgeous. The rock formations, the landscape, the colour of the water, the sand, the serenity, everything's beautiful. But we are 3 weeks off being back in our hometown of Geelong. And there's a couple of people that I wanted to say hello to and that we'll see back in Geelong. Can't wait to catch up with you. And there's some people on the trip that I'm going to mention too. And, you know, we will all meet again. That is inevitable. I can't thank you enough for things that you have done for us on our holiday. Margaret and I very, very much appreciate it. There's bound to be someone that I forget. Please don't take it to heart. I will just do my best. That's all I can do. So I'm going to, I have got a list on my hand of people that I want to thank. So bear with me. Alrighty, so we'll start with the man that owns that boat, who I was just about to buy a tinny and a motor and all the gear for this trip, and I was at a mate's joint, Michael O'Brien, and he said, well, you know, in a roundabout kind of way, he said to me, why don't you just take mine? So cut a long story short, we've got it. It's coming very handy. We've had a lot of fun with it, and thank you very much, Mick. I will buy you a few beers, mate, when we get home. Don't worry about that. Michelle and Ken in Toowoomba, you guys treated us like gold, and thank you very much. Just saying hello, and we'll meet again, I'm sure. Who else have we got? Jason Kelly in Geelong. I'm looking forward to catching up with you, mate. You're a gentleman, and there's plenty of good times ahead. Kurt out of the Ghost Riders, you've been one of the blokes that's rang me quite a few times on this trip, among others, but yeah, I'm looking forward to catching up with you and Cohen, mate, and having some good times just like we used to and riding together. Looking forward to it. Athena in Buffalo Avenue, hello, darling. That's from Margaret and I and Kurt. We'll be neighbours again in a few weeks, and we'll all say hello and reconvene. Who else we got here? We've got Ayla and Jed in Compass Circuit in Corio. I know a couple of weeks ago you were watching this film because I spoke to your dad, but I hope you get to see this. I hope you're going well, having fun, and you know, I know you're going to build a new house and everything's going well, so hopefully we'll catch up again when we get back soon. Wayne in Townsville, mate, what you done for us was gold and priceless. And I know you're probably sitting somewhere near your computer playing your computer games that you play against people all over the world. And I know how much you enjoy it, because we could hear you yelling and screaming from downstairs at those pricks that kept taking your stuff or bombing you or whatever it was. But thanks heaps, Wayne. Really appreciate it, mate. And same deal. I've got a trip. I'm trying to plan a trip to Cape York next year. You will see us again, guaranteed. Maddie Cullen, wow. Over in Tom Price, 3/4 of the way up the coast of WA. Maddie invited us to his house at Tom Price, and you know, what an amazing adventure that was. Thank you very much, Maddie. That was brilliant. And even though we ended up with the COVID over there, you know what? Uncle Ned used to say, such is life. Doesn't bother me. I know you got it. I got it first from the mine tour that we went on, then Margaret, then you. But anyway, thanks, Maddie. And I know you're living back in Geelong now. And yeah, you're on top of the list as well, mate, with a few others. I will see you within the first week that I get home, mate. So thanks again for what you've done for us on our holiday. All the ex-workers from Kelly's and Shelvon and the truckies and mechanics I've worked with over the years, so I know there's a few of you still watching. So we will catch up soon. The Bano mob, the workers out there, and Greg and Simone and all the kids, and we'll get together soon and go out for a meal, celebrate life. Who else we got here? Damo and Leonie in Harvey Bay. You're like Wayne and Maddie Cullen and Michelle and Ken, and invited us over to say g'day and welcomed us into your home and let us use your washing machine and swim in your pool and drove us around. And Maddie and Michelle and Ken, yous have all just been family. It's as simple as that. It's the best way to put it. Yous have been family for us, and I'll never forget that. Corey and Taylor, back in the Rapid Bay days, south of Adelaide on the start of our trip. I hope you guys are going well. I know you blew the motor up in your new Ranger, and I see on Facebook that you are still tripping around and having fun, and it's good to see you are still smiling and enjoying your adventure. And we will reconvene too, because we're neighbours. You guys live in Warrnambool and we're in Geelong. We're under 2 hours away, so we'll see you guys in Vic. Hopefully the weather will improve soon, and who knows, we might be able to have a barbecue. Who else have we got here? Bungie in Corroboree, Dale Morgan. Wow, up in Darwin, just out of Darwin. Not the first time you've welcomed us into your home, mate, but this time was equally as special as the first with my sons, 7.5 years ago, and this time Margaret and I, and took us down to Corroboree Billabong and took us out, fishing and on the, showing us all the crocs and knowing that we're doing YouTube, and really went out of your way, Dale, to make us feel happy and comfortable and content. And I can't thank you enough, mate, but same deal. When we go to Cape York, which will be late next year, we will have to do some sort of detour to get to Corroboree to see you, my friend, because I know my boys love you, and we all do, mate. You're just a champion. Simple. Thank you. So who else have we got? We've got Damo, Leonie and the kids, and we have Alison and Steve that we met on our holiday. We met them up north, but they live in WA, about halfway up the west coast, so I hope you guys are well. I know Alison and I have got a bit of a text war going on with trucks going down the highway at night with all their pretty lights on, and I think the last one I sent Alison was all the drone shots. Trucks with pretty lights going one way, then the other, and I think I had about 6 trucks in a row. And I think to date, Alison, I've still got that title, but just saying g'day to yous. Hope you're well, Steve-O. And yous are probably laying there in bed right now watching our movies as you've been doing from day one. So I hope yous are well. Hair Bear and Kaz in Noosa, same deal as all the other guys we've stayed with. Welcomed us with open arms and just, tour guided us around Noosa and district and took us to the Yamundi market, had a ball, and you guys rock, and it's always good to see you, Paul. You're a gentleman, you're a man of many, many talents and many, many colours, and a few guys know that we grew up in the same neighbourhood and we've been in contact ever since. But I'll see you again, brother, don't worry about that. And just, I know there's only a couple left. Andy, me truckie mate in Gympie, that helped us out when I went to Brisbane about 10 months ago and drove me Chev back and broke down, and Andy, the truck driver, helped us out. It's all on YouTube. If you haven't seen it, go back to the Brizzy trip and you'll see what Andy done for us. But Andy, I hope your health's going all right and not getting you down, the mental health side of it. You seem to be very strong, and when we called in, and I hope you've brought yourself a drone like you said you were going to, and I hope you're enjoying it, mate. But I guarantee you we will cross paths again. Thank you very much, Andy. I mentioned the Banno mob, all the ghost riders that I ride with down in Geelong, Victoria. Yeah, there'll be a couple of rides coming up before Christmas, so I can guarantee I'll organise something for us, and we'll get some wind beneath our wings again like we always do. Look forward to catching up with all you guys. Cookie, you're one of them. Kurt, Troy, you know who yous are. I can't wait to ride with yous all. Yes, Robbie, you'll be sitting there thinking, I wonder if he's forgotten about me. One of my best mates, Robbie O'Reilly from Rokewood. Look, excuse me. Looking forward to seeing you and Chloe and Heather, and g'day to James and Portia, and Damo and Caleb out in Rokewood. Can't wait to see us all and ride with yous and have Christmas together, and you know, maybe have a few bevies or a barbecue or whatever it takes. But I'm looking forward to being in your company, that's for sure. Now, where's the other ones? There's a couple more and we're almost there. Caleb in Kalgoorlie, the bike's still on the back, mates. He's still going strong. The only thing I've had to do is put a little bit of air pressure in it. Other than that, I have not put a spanner on it. She's still going strong. I ride it here and there. I don't ride it a lot, but I do ride it. I had it off like only 3 days ago, and it's still going, mate. So thanks heaps for the bike. And Jess, I hope you're going well. I hope you've settled in at Kalgoorlie and enjoying your jobs and your new house. And we'll see you again. Who knows when, but we'll see you again. And Margaret is she just often brings us up, and she loves both yous very much. We all do. So we'll see yous again. Now, there is one more, because I've got stuff written all over the front and the back, and it is what it is. I don't want to miss anybody. I'm trying not to miss anybody. It took me 10 minutes to write this list. And I know that there's still a few people sitting there thinking he's forgotten about me, but the ones that are thinking that, no, I haven't. It's coming. Where are we? Excuse me. Alrighty. Last but not least, thank you very much to my mum for being my mum. Wow, are you an angel. I love you very much, Mum. I'll see you in 3 weeks, period. We will have a few beautiful meals together. We'll have a beer together, and we'll have a cuddle, and we can't wait to spend Christmas with you. It's been a long trip, and yeah, looking forward to seeing you. And the last two are probably my favourite, and that's my sons, Seth and Jackson, who are turning 21 in 3 weeks. This is the reason why Margaret and I have sped our holiday up a little bit, so that we can be at their 21st. So that'll be a big night. It'll be a lot of fun. I can't wait to see all their friends and you know, girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever, and we'll just all have a good night. I'm really looking forward to that. Seth and Jack, I'm extremely proud of yous. I just can't wait to hang out with yous and have some fun and ride together and, you know, do our thing like we always do. Love yous heaps. Thanks to everybody. And if I did miss anybody, I'm terribly sorry. You can message me and name call me on YouTube. Tell me that I'm a prick and all that. But if I did forget anybody very important, you know who you are, and I apologise in advance. But as for that, everybody else that's helped us complete this trip and been part of it, love you very much. And the crew in Geelong, see you soon. Thanks guys, all the best, and Merry Christmas if I don't see you between now and then. See you guys. I hope you enjoyed the last leg of our trip. There's probably going to be maybe another 10 or 12 movies go up in the next 3 weeks, and then our YouTube footage is going to slightly change. It'll be slightly different. It's other things that Margaret and I and our families are into, and my friends, and it won't be about our trip around Australia anymore because that'll be over in 3 weeks. We are going to Tasmania sometime early next year, and all that footage will be going on YouTube, so stick around, and God bless you all. See you guys. Well, yes, I got off the phone and Margaret had dinner ready and we were just having a chat, and there is a few VIPs that I did forget and I apologise. So I'm just going to rattle them off and go from there, and we love you all no matter what, whether I forgot you or mentioned you or not. But Jenny and Reese that we stayed with in Woolly, and they're from Geelong. We flew home to their wedding 4 weeks ago, and if you've been watching this regularly, you know that we were at their wedding 4 weeks ago, and we stayed with them not the last 2 nights, but the 3 nights before that. So and they're obviously heavily in lots of our films. So Ren and Jace and Ren, we wish you all the best on your holidays. And while I'm there, that's both with Hunter and Axel as well. Your little son and your new one on the way, Jen. We wish you all the best, and your dog Hunter. So new beginnings up there in Harvey Bay, and obviously Margaret and I wish you every little bit of happiness possible. Yeah, so as if, and actually I'll just go back a fraction. Ren and Geese are travelling around. They're buying a house in Harvey Bay. They're going to travel around Australia. Now, if you want to follow them on their YouTube channel, please make the effort to jump onto J&R Travels. Like I've said in one of the other movies, they're into a bit of everything, similar to us, and they're going to bring you some cool footage. And Reese went out and bought himself an Air 2S drone, same as ours, and he seems to be very competent with it. He knows what he's doing. So if you can jump on their YouTube channel, J&R Travels, and subscribe, and watch a bit of their footage. It's going to be cool stuff. So anyway, as if, our IT man back in Geelong, and Kaiser, his lovely wife, and the kids. Hello guys, hope you guys are well, and don't worry, you're on the top of the list for when we get home. As if, I'll be coming to see you, my friend. Luke out of the Ghost Riders. We are going to get it on, mate, from the traffic lights, full noise till top gear. Don't worry about that. There's plenty of good days coming when the weather's good, mate. Can't wait to see you. Mig and Gay out in Highton there. Hello, and Mig, I hope your shoulder's going all right, man, and I hope you and Gay are happy and going well. And Gay, I hope you're not overworked too much, mate, but we'll be back there soon to give you a hand. So we'll see you in a few weeks. Rick out of the Ghost Riders, Jason and Sabina out in Banno, hello, and Brendan Caddy in the street that I grew up in, old famous Buffalo Avenue. G'day to the Caddies and all their families. And Brett Caddy, who rides in the Ghost Riders, g'day brother. We will be burning rubber soon, mate, I promise you. We'll all have a good time. Pedro, interstate truck driver. I don't know if I thanked you when I was last in Geelong 4 weeks ago for the little moped scooter that you dropped off with a flat battery. I will get that going, and thank you. Mum may need it one day, and I'll fix it up when I get down there, and I appreciate you dropping it off. Thank you very much. Alrighty, Brett Whiteley and Nick in Geelong. Hope you guys are going well. Looking forward to catching up with you. Just like we did at my 50th, we'll have another great night out. Who else have we got here? We've got Peter out in Maud, who's been nursing and looking after my trailer for obviously the entire time we've been away. G'day Pete, and your son Peter, Alex and Stacey. They're looking after my Chevy Ute. It's stashed in one of their sheds not far out of Geelong. I'm looking forward to getting home and playing with her. Get her out, and we've got some serious enhancements going on with that vehicle, so that's going to be a lot of fun over the next few months. And I think all the ones that I had written down I've covered. Some of you know that a cousin of mine who's been on bikes riding all his life, Wayne Robinson, has lost his use of his legs due to MS. It's almost crippled him, and he's had a Harley and a sidecar and many bits and pieces for a lot of years. We are giving his bike a birthday. My son and a mate of mine, Jason Kelly out of the Ghost Riders, went to Narracourt a couple of weeks ago to pick up the bike and all his gear up. It's now in Geelong. It's in our care. The boys are already doing some work on it. Cactus will get that back, Wayne Robinson, we call him Cactus. It should be far lap because his heart's that big and it always has been. Hence the reason why I'm giving his bike a good birthday for him so that the rest of his days he can ride. So at the end of January he'll get that back, all rewired, painted and all the bits and pieces fixed. Between myself and our network, all our mates, we're gonna pull our fingers out and make his bike a goer. It hasn't been going for many years. It's never been going while he's owned it. He bought it as an unfinished project. So like I said, the boys have been over and picked it up and we're going to make it happen. The wiring part of it's already done. We're changing it from points to electronic ignition and we're giving it one hell of a birthday, and he'll get that back at the end of January. Hopefully he'll drive over and have a ride with us before he takes it home. So yeah, big g'day to you, Cactus. And we are currently we're at a little beach about 15 minutes off what they call North Shore. And from North Shore, there's a ferry ride. You'll see that on this film. And then it's into Port Macquarie for a day or two. Margaret and I are going to do some fishing there and have a lot of fun. I lived there for 6 months many years ago, like 15 years ago, when I travelled around Australia in another bus mobile home that I had. So yeah, there's plenty of good times ahead. I just wanted to update that little hello to everybody and who I've thanked, and and now I hope that there's no one else that I forgot. So see you when I see you.